Okay, so we pulled up anchor and left one of our favourite places, Bequia. I looked at the weather forecast and it was strong winds, so we decided to reef the main, which that means, for people who don't know what it means making the mainsail smaller so it's more manageable. We don't get overpowered and the boat starts acting a little bit funny, it starts moving around when it should be going nice and straight. We have what we call slab reefing, which means that poor Kim has to go up, drop the sail, put the reefing hooks in, put the reefing lines at the back, and then pull the sail back up.
The way that our boat is set up, I have to go to the mast to do that, and usually when you need to reef or reduce sail, it means you're in pretty, blowy weather. So if you ever hear sailors talk, they say if you think you need to reef, it's already too late.
Too late, yes.
If you know it's going to be blowy, we tend to reduce the sail, the main sail, to start with. On the way out of Bequia, it was quite calm, so we unfurled the entire jib, the front sail, and by doing that, it pulls out the whole sail, but there's two little points where you can roll the sail in to reduce the size of the front sail, and that's reefing the front sail or the jib. So you can reef both sails. In this situation, we just reefed the main because we heard it was going to be a bit blowy, and with the jib we can do that anytime. Thank you, Bequia.
For having us.
It wasn't long before Dawa caught a fish. We were really excited.
Yes.
And we had this new thingy that we got you for your birthday to
Yes,
to put the pole.
Put the pole in and reel it in, so instead of sticking a cushion down there, and so that worked really well. Dawa used it first. Well done, Dawa.
Yeah, and we pulled in a Cero mackerel, and yeah, it's really good. I had mackerel before and I thought it was disgusting. But if you catch it and you eat it right away, it's outstanding. I mean, it doesn't taste fishy, it doesn't taste oily, it's really good. So Dawa got that in, and then what happened?
What happened? Oh yeah, as we were bringing it in, it decided to hit me on the head and spat all blood all over me and all over my shirt. Got blood on my head because Dawa dropped it on my head as he was getting the picture taken. Jumped out of my head. Yeah. I got hit with a mackerel.
In the head.
Yes, in the head. Thanks, mackerel. I ate you instead.
So after we caught the fish, we just pulled out the sails again, and we carried on to Union Island. And it's a little bit tricky getting into Union Island because there's a huge reef right in front of the island, making it one of the best places for kite surfing.
Yeah.
So Simon's going to explain our passage plan and explain how we get in there and what to look for.
Yep, I am. Alright, this is Bequia. This is our favourite little spot here. This is Prince Margaret's Beach. And what we're going to do is go out and then down south past a couple of islands down to Union Island. But we have to go around the bottom because of this reef, which is all in green. And when we come in, that's where the boat boys wait for you, and then we can catch a mooring buoy down there. And then over here is the little bar, the Happy Island, where we're going to get some rum punches and some beer tonight. So I'm looking forward to that. The whole trip's going to take us about 5 hours.
They put this on my toe and it hurt.
You think that's a good idea?
When we go into Union Island, we like to go just behind a place called Happy Island, which is a really fun place. But I like to catch a mooring, get on a mooring ball there. There is a couple of places you can anchor, but because we're such a big, heavy boat, if it's busy at all, we just try and get a mooring ball, and it makes it easier. It's flat calm, but really, really windy because the reef stops all the waves, and it's really nice for us. We can get a nice breeze through the boat.
And when we come in, there's usually maybe 2 or 3 boat boys at the entrance, and we tend to ask them to help us out. They will take the lines from the bow of the boat and thread it through the mooring balls, which is always helpful. I think you give them, what, $10?
Yeah, 10, 15 EC, which is...
It's not much.
Not a lot. It's not a lot. And then they try and get you to use them for
buy banana bread.
If it's in season, buy some lobster off you, or take you in. And it's just, you know, you don't need to use them. You don't need to pay them. But it's just giving them a little bit of money, and if you don't want to use them, just be polite and say no, thank you. I can do it myself.
We're close to the bar, and that's good. That's always good because I can maybe get a Shirley jumbo. So yeah, gave the line to the buoy boy, and he's connected it to it, and then he just gave it back to us. So we're tying it right now.
Yeah, it's been going good.
How about the sail?
The sail was very good, and we caught a nice fish.
Can't wait to eat that fish.
Yeah, me too.
Look at my lips.
Union Island is the last place on the Grenadines you can book in or book out if you're going to Grenada, and a great place to do it is actually the airport. It's much easier and better than the main place on the island where everyone tries to get you to go. So I always try and go to the airport. They're much friendlier, much quicker, and much easier.
And the offices are only how far apart?
About 200 yards.
Yeah, so it's a little tip. Go to the airport if you're booking in or booking out. It's much quicker.
So we moored up. I filleted the Sierra mackerel that Dower caught. If you have a look in our previous videos on how I fillet a fish, I filleted the Sierra mackerel the same way I filleted the mahi-mahi.
That's a mouthful.
It is a mouthful, and it was a beautiful mouthful.
After all the jobs were done and the boat was all cleaned up, we headed over to Happy Island, which wasn't very far considering we moored right in front of it.
Yeah.
Happy Island is quite famous. It's, I believe, a bar that's built on conch shells.
Yes.
It's in the middle of the reef. I think the owner uses a generator for power. It's only open from like 5 o'clock until maybe 9 o'clock, till it gets dark. Yeah. The owner, he plays loud music and sings to it. And serves pretty much just rum punch.
Rum punch and beer,
yeah.
And it's the strongest rum punch in the Caribbean that I've tasted.
Yeah, and I don't drink, I only drink wine, and I had, I think, 2 rum punches because I had no alternative. And I almost fell over after 2 of them, so if you go there, be careful.
Yes.
The great thing about the Happy Island is not only the rum punch and the music, it's also watching the kite surfers. You can spend hours just watching them. They're you know, during the high season, they're always there and they're always performing. Yeah,
and they are absolutely awesome. But what do? Don't cheers your beer, because they'll take it and it's gone. They'll drink it and they'll bring you the empty back.
Yeah, we even had one guy take a rum punch and go out while he's kite surfing, drink it and bring the glass back. So it's really cool. Yeah. Definitely a must-see if you go to Union Island.
Oh, it's fantastic. Brilliant thing to do.
Today we had a bit of rain, and it kind of moved through quite quickly, and we were waiting for our new friends Arlek to show up. So we already had with us sailing vessel Purina, Trismet, who else was there? There was a couple other kid boats, I think.
There was the Swiss boat.
The Swiss boat. Yeah, so there was quite a few kid boats around, and then Arlek was coming in with more kids. So it was fantastic because we all kind of met in Bequia, and then we met up in the next island, and that's what you find. Once you find a group of kid boats, everybody tends to kind of move within a day or two of each other.
Yeah.
So we waited for them to come in. As Arlek was coming in, a boat behind us, the Swiss boat, they started having problems with their sail. I don't know which one it was.
Yeah, it was. I don't know what sail it was, but it actually unfurled itself and then backed itself onto the spreaders, and he was really struggling. So I swam over, and another guy from another boat, he got over, and we helped him furl it back in. But I got bounced about a bit because I grabbed hold of it because it was flapping about. It was going to hit his wife. I jumped off it. Next minute, I don't know if you got it on video,
no.
But I'm actually going up and down, and going about 2 foot in the air and landing back onto the top of the on the top of the cabin, and yeah, I got battered and bruised a bit, but I got a couple of beers out of it, so it was well worth it.
Yeah, it was great. It was really funny. Simon looked like a cartoon character, just going bouncing all over. It was really funny. Yeah. So, but it goes to show you, and we say this all the time, that boaters help boaters. If somebody next to you has a problem, Simon just swam over, got on board, and helped him out. So it's always reassuring to know that everyone around you is there to help you. In the afternoon, all of the kid boats went to land, and there's a cute little place by a dinghy dock that's got pool table and table tennis, ping pong, TV and stuff. But before that, what we always do before we go to land is we collect all our trash.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, you're the person who actually, trash is a blue job. So, people have asked me, what do you do with your trash? Does it cost money, you know?
It varies from place to place. Sometimes they let you put the trash away for nothing, or you pay a couple of 5 to 10 EC, which is 50 cents to $3, and you pay them, and you get.
Who do you pay? Like the marina?
Well, it all depends on, yeah. Sometimes it's the hotel or the marina you're there, or you just use the town trash. You know, but we try and help out in any way we can. We try and make the trash as small as possible and recycle. I wish they recycled a little bit more, but they're getting there. Yeah,
there's a few islands that recycle. We kind of have a feeling that it just gets put in with the rest of the rubbish, but
right, who knows?
Yeah, so when we do see recycling, we do recycle, and we try and mash things up as small as possible, and to be courteous. I mean, we're dropping off our trash on someone else's island, so we try to make sure it's all contained, and we never leave it just on the side or someplace we shouldn't leave it. No. We always ask and find out where to dump it.
Yeah.
Okay, so once we got our trash together, we went into town, and we all just kind of hung out. The kids hung out. They played some of the games, and Simon managed to watch a football match, and so it's a cute little place, and it's nice we all get together. And later on that evening, we had some pizza together.
Yeah, it was good. So in the morning, we all talked over the radio on what we were going to do that day, and we all decided to get together, go back onto land, and walk up to a fort, which is an old British fort, and it's supposed to have a fantastic lookout over Tobago Keys and the surrounding islands. And so what we did was us, Arlek, and Purina,
and I think
Trismet all went up there, and we just had a nice walk up there, and the views were just fantastic.
Yeah, it's really good. It gets, another question we get asked is, how do you exercise? And it is hard on a boat. We are always moving, we're always moving, but we're not like doing any kind of aerobic exercise. unless you get off and go for a run or go for a walk. So we do like to, you know, every few days at least go for a hike, and it's great when you can get the kids together. Everybody gets together, you tell stories. You inevitably will find a goat along the way or some kind of wildlife, and it's nice to look out at, you know, where you are and where you sailed by, and kind of get your bearings straight as to what island's what. So that's kind of cool. And
you might see, ooh, I like that anchorage over there, and go to the beach over there. So it's good.
Yeah, it is good. So after our long hike and hanging out on the top of the hill, and I think everybody was probably more impressed with the plane landing than the view. But after that, we walked down, and we thought we deserved a lunch. So we worked really hard. So I think we all got like hamburgers and barbecue chicken and stuff. And it was really good. The only problem that we had was actually the sargasso. Is that how you say it? Sargasso seaweed?
Yeah, I think so. Someone will tell us it's the other way.
But it was a lot this past, like there was a lot this year. And what happens is it gets stuck in bays and harbors, and then it deteriorates and rots. Oh, and then there's garbage stuck in it.
But there's also lots of fish in there. There's everything in there.
Yeah, it's just disgusting.
It dies.
So that was really bad. And we found out, we found earlier in the year, we went to Antigua in March, and then we came back like a month later. And we couldn't go to the same places we'd been because all the beaches were just covered in the rotting
and you're
grass.
talking 200-300 feet out.
Yeah. So
amazing.
Something to watch out for. And if you have a favorite beach, it might not be your favorite the next time you go.
Okay, so if you like what you see, give us some likes, some thumbs up, and please subscribe to us. And our next video is going to Karayaku, which is another fantastic little island.
Yeah, and we're actually going into Grenada, so we're changing countries.
Back to the airport.
Back to the airport? Oh, to check out.
To check out.
Oh, okay. But we didn't go to the airport yet.
No, I said we're going back to the airport.
Why?
Well, we've got to check out.
Yeah, but we didn't go to the airport to check in.
Yeah, but we've got to go to the airport to check out because it's Union Island.
Yeah, but it's not back to the. It's not back to the airport.
Well, I've been there about 10 times. It feels like it.
But do you see what I'm saying?
Don't argue with me.
Just say.
Okay, I'm going to the airport.
Alright. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
I love you.
No, thanks. Great job.
Remember to visit sailingbritican.com to find out more about our sailing guides, Britican Club, and learn about our week-long Britican live-aboard sailing experience offering.